The Ironmouse situation is very bad and very sad. So sad, in fact, I'm not even gonna make a joke about More Pegasus being my Indian food delivery guy. Which he is, but I'm not gonna mention that this time.
Okay, we gotta talk about the VShowjo situation. Basically, if you didn't know, VTuber Ironmouse released this video where she explains why she left VShowjo. Now, VShowjo is a talent agency that manages a bunch of VTubers, and they seem to be a very scummy company trying to exploit their talent and potentially even
Like literally every VTuber agency is. Again, they're sitting on a pile of gold. They just should be a little bit more human and not assholes. And they could have been making millions for themselves. But no! Self-sabotage by being incredibly disgusting human people, degenerates.
snub charity. Now, this has led to an insane chain reaction with everybody leaving VShowjo. People are even coming out with insane stories of exploitation and general creepy shit like VShowjo.
When the Ironmouse video dropped, I was contacted in Discord by one of the people I know who loves VTubers. He was linking me some kind of Asian VTuber stream from VShowjo that actually goes into the details of all of these things, but it wasn't in English, it was in Japanese, and, you know, subtitles, and it was like 1.5 hours long. Okay? He already then told me that VShowjo's cooked, okay? They are gone. They are completely gonzo.
Staff doxing identities. We even got CEOs being confronted on stream.
Yeah, this is the one.
So we're gonna go over the situation, look at everybody's reaction from Asmongold to Legal Mindset to Charlie to Ludwig. Basically, everybody's talking about this. Subscribe for your daily dose of YouTube.
Subscribe, but to me, not him, okay? He has enough subs, it is what it is. We're fair people, right? We need to spread the love.
Now, quick context for any people who are not caught up. Ironmouse is this super popular streamer. She actually broke the all-time sub record at one point. She has this disease called CVID. Basically, your immune...
Dude. It just makes me so sad that Ludwig was actually the third biggest it's just so sad. So sad.
Broke the all-time sub record at one point. She has this disease called CVID. Basically, your immune system sucks and you get sick really easily and life is pretty tough. Now, it turns out she's very passionate about helping people who suffer with it. She works with this charity called the IDF, the Immune Deficiency Foundation, and apparently
a horrible name though for a charity though.
This company, VShowjo, manages the finances of a bunch of VTubers, including her. So VShowjo basically completely fucked her over and the charity as well. Here's a short clip of her explaining what happened.
I am leaving VShowjo. Unfortunately, I recently found out that for the past couple of months, I have been misled by VShowjo. With the information that I currently have, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds.
Okay, I'm gonna give a little bit more context about this and why VShowjo is 100% probably cooked. They're probably already bankrupt. VShowjo most likely somehow is already bankrupt. And no, I'm not making this up. You see, the only time when a company that's supposed to take the earnings of a creator and put them in a place X steals it is if they're not just blatantly breaking the law. They're usually not actually like stealing it. They're just not paying it out right there because they need money for something else, because they don't have money. This is actually the reason why a lot of payments like this in these situations are delayed. And that's because the company is fucking cooked. They don't have money, and they need to pay their bills and whatnot, so they're not paying out the payments for all of these people instantaneously, like they probably previously did. Now they're taking like half a month extra, maybe a month extra, and they circle through these people, okay? 1 month this person gets their stuff delayed, the other one this, and then again and again and again. And then they just go into a deeper hole, where it starts to spiral out of control. And, you know, Ironmouse's payments get delayed. This person's payments also get delayed. And when these people are like, okay, fuck this, I am done. I am done. My money is not being paid. Charity money missing and shit. I'm leaving. Then these companies don't have a choice but to pay out these people unless they want lawsuits and stuff. Or even worse than a lawsuit, legal entities looking into them because this is clearly illegal. And well, it's this is how it works, okay? Then everyone else starts to understand. Wait a minute, they don't fucking have money because they're not paying me also, and then they just collapse because they can't pay the people working for them and they can't pay the people leaving. The moment one link of the chain just snaps and breaks and wants to go do something else, it just all goes crumbling down. So VShowjo is 100% done. They are already bankrupt.
Which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and also the reason why I'm here today, is owed over $500,000 from VShowjo. I know that this is a lot, and it's very important for me to be honest with all of you. I really want to tell you everything, but unfortunately right now, I have been instructed by my attorney to wait for more of the legal procedure to unfold. So one day I will be able to tell you the full story.
Right, so absolutely insane. This company is apparently not paid out.
By the way, Ironmouse already made a stream and made 1.something million to donate to them now. So, that's kind of cool.
$500,000 to charity, absolutely disgusting shit. On top of that, they have not paid out the talent themselves and are, in general, just extremely exploitative and cringe. And these agencies are basically the modern day MCNs. And they essentially exploit naive talent who don't really know any better, and they end up getting stuck in these horrible contracts.
Yep.
Now, I can sort of relate to Ironmouse. I also had an autoimmune disease, Crohn's. And yeah, it's pretty tough to deal with. Autoimmune diseases in general just suck. They take like years to diagnose. The entire time the world thinks you're crazy, your own doctors think you're crazy because they can't figure it out. Meanwhile, you're fucking dying with like level 99 pain. Now, thankfully, mine's under control now after like 2 of the worst years of my life. But yeah, I can definitely feel for her. People responded to Mousy. We got Dog VA, who frequently, helped raises money for charity and the IDF as well. We got your back right behind.
Yeah, too bad he's Hassan's friend though. That kind of makes it a little bit disgusting. But I mean, I'm not throwing stones just yet.
Behind you, Mouse. Jack.
But more Pegasus, your situation did not mean that you could be late on my food delivery. So 1 star again, sadly.
Jacksepticeye, so sorry about all of this. Lots of love. I'm so sorry for the people who trusted to let you down so badly. It's genuinely disgraceful, and VShowjo really have to do an awful lot to answer for. This isn't a situation you should have to go through. You've got our full support. So let's just start with Ironmouse's story and Asmongold's reaction as well.
Oh,
I became a
jeez.
VTuber because I really wanted to make friends. I was very lonely.
Yeah.
Okay, he already, fuck. Pretend he didn't say it, okay? Let's hear Asmongold say a bunch of times. And say, oh wow, this is bad, or something like that.
Because I really wanted to make friends. I was very lonely.
Yeah.
Due to the fact
There
that
we
I
go,
have
there we go. Okay, I should have paused earlier. I know, it's my bad. Yes, I see the future of Asmongold, and it's fucking sad.
a primary immune deficiency disease called CVID.
And see, that's the reason why she cares a lot about it, is because this is a charity that benefits her, and she's raising money to help.
That's actually such a fucking twisted and sick way to actually say this. Hey, she cares about this thing because it helps specifically her. I mean, yeah, it helps her, but that doesn't mean she's doing this because she's purely in it for self-interest, okay? That's a fucking disgusting way to put it.
Cure people that have her problem.
I basically
This isn't like
have
some abstraction.
a low to near non-functioning immune system, which means I get sick a lot. And it caused me to remain isolated for long periods of my life.
Yep.
So then I found streaming, and I thought about giving it a try because I wanted to see if I could make some friends online, because
Smart.
I honestly couldn't ever leave my room. I never really expected to grow an audience or anything. It was one of the last things on my mind. I just thought that I would stream to, 5 to 10 people and just hang out from time to time, make some friends, play games, and just...
God, he's making quite an emotional moment pretty bad with the fact that he's itching to just say again.
Continue on with my life. In my mind, I saw myself as unhireable, which is why streaming worked for me. I had no boss.
I can relate.
No strict rules. I had no hours. No expectations. It was all...
You cannot relate. She has an excuse. She actually has a sickness. You're literally retarded, though, on the other hand. You're literally... No one just wants to interact with you in real life. Okay, there's a difference. You're incompetent. She's sick. You're not the same.
Up to me, and due to the fact that I have lived my life chronically ill and being unable to do much of anything, I just felt like there was no way that anyone would ever take me or want me. For a while, I was struggling to make a decision because I was afraid about my anonymity and afraid about trusting people.
That's another reason why VTubers are being more popular, is because people just want to stay anonymous. They don't want to have like weirdos getting involved and trying to, like, interfere and get into their real life.
Right, so basically she was chronically ill, consider herself unhireable, and this was like her one outlet, right? It is a pretty touching story. She made a career and impacted so many lives despite her, very deplorable situation. And VShowjo really saw this and went, yeah, let me just fuck this person over. Now people ask, why get into shady contracts in the first place? Well, there's a couple of reasons for that. Number one, they don't know any better, of course. They just want to get their name out there as like a, starting creator. You're basically willing to accept anything. You don't really expect to become successful at all. Reason two is like they want to maintain their anonymity. This is obviously a big thing with female streamers. They usually have these sort of psycho fans, psycho simps. So the company managing it provides a...
Now, I'm not saying if I was a female, I would be blowing the fuck out everyone in the streaming game, okay? My feed pics would be worth billions. Not just millions like they are now. Billions. Okay? Trump would be in my DMs asking for a little bit of that, side leg photos, okay? It would be like that, okay? He wouldn't be on the Epstein Island list, okay? He would be on my list. It would be so much better, okay? We would make a special police force that would go out and take out all the disgusting, deplorable anti-VTubers. It would be great.
Another layer of security there because, they handle basically everything there, including the finances. You don't have to submit your names on a lot of things because the company will, take charge of that. Well, it was supposed to be more sort of anonymous, but we'll find out later that they've apparently been doxing people behind the scenes as well. Now, this next part, he talks about the gaslighting VShowjo did to her.
I would always be told how important I was for the company.
Well, she is. She was the face of VShowjo by far.
Yep.
I was told that
we talked about this through.
In order for the company to succeed.
They gaslight her hard, okay? They did not even hesitate 1 second to tell her, oh, Ironmouse, if you leave, all these people will die without you. They will lose their jobs, they will lose their children, they will lose their houses. They're gonna go jump off buildings if you leave. They did not hesitate even for a split second to be that kind of assholes. It is disgusting. Again, boys, listen. If any workplace ever tells you you're a family, that is the highest tier of red flag that you can have.
Although that was very positive to hear, it put a lot of pressure and a lot of stress on me to the point where I felt guilt-tripped into signing. I felt responsible for everybody. I felt responsible for staff and talent alike. And I felt like if I didn't do this, and if I didn't stay, I was hurting everybody, and I was destroying everybody's life. But
Just emotional manipulation. That's all it is. It's plain and simple, like flat out. It's really not complex at all.
Yep.
Straight up emotional manipulation. Oh, well, we can't do this, or, you know, it's like, if you leave, we're gonna shoot the dog. Like, okay, well, what the f, right?
Yeah, keep in mind that Ironmouse was the biggest VTuber. She was essentially the company's name and reputation, along with, you know, maybe a few other people. So they were guilt-tripping her into staying while simultaneously doing all the scummy shit behind the scenes. And it
Yep.
always sucks to see that it's always like the sweetest people, you know, the nicest people who have, you know, good hearts. They're the ones getting exploited the most. Then he talks about
Exactly, because the problem is, the more nice a person, the easier it is to exploit them. That is just the sad truth of life.
the contracts these companies sort of put in place, right? And how this doesn't really make sense for something to take a year to pay out, right?
Explain. So net means that you're gonna pay that money in.
Wait, is Asmongold actually gonna again try to explain shit? I was not ready, boys. I miss the old days where we could farm Asmongold because he just fucking tried to be smart and then he tried to explain shit. My favorite video of all time, which is, by the way, one of my actually most viewed videos, is where Asmongold is looking at Google Trending and it's literally one fucking line! One line! And he still has no idea what to say about it, so he just says random garbage that the line doesn't represent. It is one of the funniest things ever, okay? I miss the good old Asmongold where he tried to be smart. Now it's just Hassan bad, and that's pretty much it. Which is true, Hassan bad, but still, kind of boring. You know, kind of boring.
Like, net 30, you're gonna get paid in 30 days. Net 90, you're gonna get paid in 90 days, right? And so, like, a 6-month period, that's ridiculous, but I could still chalk that up to just very bad business practices and not malice. Beyond 6 months, now we're having a problem. I've never heard of a 360. Yeah. Well, now they're getting the red ring of death.
This entire situation has broken me. I just wanted to do something good and to give back to a community that helped me. But unfortunately,
I think we need to figure out where the money went. Like, that's what really matters, right? Because, like, that's $500,000.
The money went into paying VShowjo's debt, so they can continue existing in the first place. That's where the money went. And again, when I say VShowjo is already bankrupt, they are. But don't get it twisted. VShowjo as a company can still probably take hundreds of 100 million, most likely of this. No, 100 million would be a bit much. Like, they probably can still, like, take 20 million out in loans, even with their financial status. They probably can still take at least 20 milli out in loans and survive, like, for a couple of years of just constantly going down, even sinking deeper. So, they are done. They are bankrupt. But again, as always, all of these things all of the big companies going bankrupt take literally years. Sometimes it's relatively fast, like 2 years. Sometimes it's 5 years. Sometimes it's a fucking decade.
That's a lot of money, guys. Where'd it go? Is it donated? Why isn't it donated? What happened? Like, that's the big issue. She's gonna be fine. They're gonna give the money.
Listen. I'm not saying do not trust Asmongold, but I am saying that Asmongold made OTK one of the least successful, shittiest orgs in fucking existence. He literally got all of the people in OTK who are scumbag one by one. All of them are unquestionably assholes. And these assholes literally ousted Asmongold because he was the most unlikable amongst them. And he gave away 51% ownership of OTK because he probably got, slowly sleazed into it. I'm not saying that is absolutely pathetic and one of the worst displays of business management skills in history, but it is. And that's why I would not really trust Asmongold a lot when it comes to these sort of things. Again, not being hateful, I'm just saying it how it is. Some people may not like the truth, but the truth is, Asmongold has absolutely no idea what the business fucking even is. He has synced and destroyed everything that he has been a part of, and it just gets worse when you start to understand the fact that these big names, fuck, Pokimane owns like 5 businesses, okay? She just needs to shut up and tweet once a month about them, and she gets millions into paychecks, okay? Asmongold couldn't even manage that properly. Again, not even being mean. I'm just saying there's not a lot of, well, anything in the terms of business understanding here. So anything he says in these terms, I would take with a lot of fucking grain of salt. Okay? The 6 month payout shit, by the way, I don't know if that's common in America, but I have never heard about these things actually being real, okay? There's sometimes you can not be paid out for 6 months or maybe a year if there is a threshold limit that you need to reach, which a lot of these companies do actually. But other than that, there ain't no fucking way a normal contract is like, okay, you're gonna be paid every 2 months now or 6 months, have fun. No, that's not a real thing.
They're gonna have to give the money back or it's fraud. They're gonna have to donate it. It'll happen for sure. Until they...
It's already fraud. Even if they donate the money now, it's still fraud because they withheld the money.
Post like a financial fucking proof, and the Immune Deficiency Foundation comes out and says, yes, we received this money. Bro, people can never let them forget this. This is $500,000. That's think about how much money that is. That's insane.
I mean, they better donate or they're just straight up going to jail. I mean, this is not only charity fraud, but also several other violations, which we'll be going over in Legal Mindsets coverage. But yeah, they don't really have an option here. This isn't just like drama. This is straight up just robbing a charity and a bunch of other people. And it might even get government agencies involved because this is an American thing, obviously. And yeah, when it comes to charity, it's not just the...
Is VShowjo American?
Individual...
I thought Japan.
that are involved, you know, the FTC might have a word for these people as well. Now, just some insights into the whole contracts and payments thing. Basically, even for like things like sponsorships, you know, the usual payback you get is net 30 or net 60, right? So basically 30 or 60 days after your upload goes live, they will see, you know, the views and the sales generated, and you know, they...
Oh, right! I completely forgot. I have not done a sponsorship so long. Okay, Jesus, I completely forgot. Yeah, that's a sponsorship thing. Okay, after you upload it, you're gonna be paid out in X amount of days. Kind of hilarious. Also, no one actually uses even then, no one fucking uses the term net 30 or 60. Okay, no. Okay, let's quit the fucking pretending here, okay? No one uses that.
Their accounting on a certain day, so that's basically when they pay you. Now, in some fringe cases, it takes longer, you know, 3 months or something, 6 months.
Most of them take longer. That's just how it is. Most of them take longer, okay? I have literally... There was a time when I was waiting like 3 months for a sponsorship deal money to come in. But it was cool because I worked for them for like 2 years at that point, and they were paying me constantly. It was just I need to wait like fucking 3 months for some shit.
Months is, you know, absolute insanity. At that point, you should not be taking any deals like that. But, you know, some people have some reasons for it. A year is just fucking crazy. That obviously shows something is wrong. There's absolutely no reason a company cannot pay you for an entire year there. And you're likely doing some sort of shady business behind the scenes. Then he talks about how many people are actually leaving VShowjo now.
Okay, you want an actual tip if you're a small-time creator of these business practices, by the way? Okay, here's an actual tip for you. It is illegal for a company to go and deduct transfer costs from your payment. If you choose $600 payout via PayPal, they are supposed to pay you $600 on the dot. they are not allowed to go like, oh, the PayPal transfer was like $50 minus 50, blah blah. No. Oh, the conversion rate was different minus. No. You get the 600. It doesn't fucking matter how. It's a 600. And if you say, oh, I'm gonna take $600 payout instead of, like, I don't know, the equivalent euros. If the amount of currency and the value of currency swings in that time, they don't have the right to choose a different currency, and they still have to pay the appropriate amount to equal it. Okay, that's an actual like tip for people, because this is how a lot of people get hosed. By the way, I have seen this quite a lot because people don't know this. Okay,
and everybody has quit. Oh my fucking god! So literally every single person.
Yep,
oh
we know this.
They're all leaving. TBA, yeah, I guess they're.
Ironmouse was the first domino here. More and more people are essentially just getting sick of dealing with this exploitative shit. And once the biggest person...
Yeah, and there's a lot of people who are coming out and saying, oh, VShowjo scammed me. There's a lot of people who are like that. It's kind of insane, honestly.
Person's gone, everybody sort of gets the confidence to leave. Also, you know, VShowjo's reputation has been turned to shit because of this whole charity thing. So it's kind of open season for everyone to leave now. Now, the surprising part out of all of this is the fact that everybody's leaving sort of instantly. I would have thought that these contracts had some sort of restricting clause, you know, like you need to give 2 months notice before you do anything. You need to not talk bad about VShowjo for, you know, this amount of time or whatever. I highly doubt that every one of them is like violating their contract or something. They probably just luckily are able to get out quite quickly here. Then he talks about how these companies prey on women.
That I have seen a tremendous amount of business manipulation that is leveraged in and against women in different places. I've seen more emotional manipulation, more blatant lies.
Okay, this is where we're gonna stop. Oh, actually, let's finish this. But again, he's just making this up. Asmongold is just making this shit up. He has no proof for any of this. He's just making up something that no one can check.
And basically people taking advantage of, you know, I guess women's on average less confrontational side and using that to that person's disadvantage. I've seen this happen multiple times.
What a fucking feminist. There is some truth to this. Asmongold doesn't know this. This is not his point, but I will explain what is actually a thing here, okay? Wow, this is almost just like a classic good old Asmongold talks about things that he has no idea about, so we explain what's actually happening in the world. Nice. Women are less confrontive when it's time to negotiate salary, for example. In that sense, it's true. But this is not taking advantage of women, okay? The fact that you go in a job interview and you're a man and your position is like, I don't know, pick a random number, 1,000 American dollars to sweep 2 streets in the time between 4 a.m. and 4 a.m., okay? 0 seconds time. Deal with it, buddy. Okay? A man is going to come in and he's going to say, 1,000's not really that good. How about 1.3K? Okay, how about that? A woman is gonna be like, 1,000? Sure, yeah, why not? I'm taking it. Women are less likely to just sell themselves higher in these certain situations. That is it. Okay? How? And that's it. That's it. This is not people are taking advantage of women. No, Asmongold's a fucking retard. He has no idea about anything in life. Or outside of life, honestly, at this point, probably. Okay, so he's blatantly lying. He has no fucking idea what he's talking about. I'm, by the way, pretty sure that this is exactly his point. That, oh, because women get paid less, the wage gap. Yes, his argument is literally the fucking wage gap or something dumb like that. He cannot explain shit from what he means. Or if he tried, he would just, well, use another esoteric example of something that needs the explanation of what it actually means. It's a giant circle, kind of.
Times. I think women are the victims of this in almost every single circumstance. It happens, obviously, to men as well. But I think that they get away with it more often with women because women, it's seen as being more socially permissive and more socially expected for women to be agreeable. I think that's what happens. That's just that's life.
Yeah, that's just some fucking feminist gobbledygook right there.
What a disgusting misogynist. Imagine caring about women, bro. That's crazy.
Imagine sucking his dick that hard, my Indian friend. Well, it is what it is. Anyway, that was more Pegasus. The Ironmouse situation is bad. Have a nice day. Bye.